Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Just waiting for my computer to show me that it's doing things. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. All right. So if you're new to me, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Sarah from Divinely You. I am basically creatively practicing Oracle and Tarot readings. I've been a life coach along with many other things in life. And so here I am. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. If you'd like a private reading, you can email me below and we can make that happen. So let's dive in. Oh my God, you guys, this stretch of energy we've got so what I want to say about astrology is not good or bad. There's nothing good or bad about astrology. It's a language. It's a language about the cosmic conversations between the planets, the asteroids, the stars, all of that. And so if you look at Mercury retrograde, let's just take that for an example. Like people want to say like, oh, it's Mercury retrograde, blah, 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 blah. And there's a positive side to Mercury retrograde, right? Like it sometimes can clear things up. Sometimes it, makes you have to work on communication a little bit differently, or it makes you have to problem solve a little bit differently. So it kind of like invites you to do things differently. And so like with anything else, right, we're in Pluto retrograde, which Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. It's the planet of transformation. And we're heading into the Pluto return of our country, the United States. And Pluto returns can be like the death and destruction or the death and rebirth of whatever it's returning around. So this could be the death and rebirth of our country. And there's so many things I could say about that, which I'll not talk about today, but I think you can kind of wrap your head around that, right? If you're thinking like it's the death and rebirth of our country, and look at the state of our country right now. So we as a collective kind of have some choices to make, and we get to start individually. And so, we still have Saturn in Aquarius, and Aquarius has the two wavy lines, making it look like it's a water sign, but it's not, it's an air sign. But the two wavy lines of Aquarius, one is the collective, one is the individual. What happens here is you get to bring your individual self into the collective, as does everyone else. And so there's so many things going on cosmically right now to look at, to think about, to talk about. I highly recommend, I have some astrologers listed below. Bryan Scarborough, Fixed Air Moon, David Palmer, the Leo King, Molly McCord. There's so many. Go listen to them. They can explain it. I am learning it. I am studying it. But yeah, so, and I've been studying it for probably the past 2 years, but intensely, definitely for the past short while. But the point is like what I wanted to bring to you is that there is no good or bad when it comes to astrology, because it's a language. And so, and if you attach a context to a language, like you're going to be like, oh, it's such a bad transit, or oh shit, think about it as doing inner work. And this is going to lead right into today's card, which is the Hesperides. I knew I had to say it to myself to say it to you. The guardians. And as I lean into the energy of this, the guardians, yes, externally, the guardians guarded the golden apples, but where is the golden apple? Like it could be the golden apple of the universe, of the globe, of the planet, or it could be yourself. And that's what came to me was, and this is such a solid reminder of inner work and ownership and responsibility, and really leaning into doing your inner work, doing healing work. We all have areas to improve. And having done my own level of healing and coaching work, and I've worked with life coaches for the past 5 years solidly, and just digging through and peeling back layers. Healing is like an onion. You peel back layers to keep leveling up, you keep peeling back layers and learning to like manage various parts of yourself. Like that's your golden apple is you, is your soul, and revealing your soul and allowing your soul to express itself in this world. You chose this time and space. You chose to be here in this time and space for a unique purpose. And I think that's so important right now to really think about. You are so much greater and bigger than you think. And there's just so much available for you in abundance. But you gotta clear clutter, right? You gotta let people go. I've really personally been severing a lot of relationships quietly. I don't go to people and be like, I'm done with you. I don't do that. I don't need to do that. There's no point in that. It doesn't serve anyone. So what I do is I just quietly not communicate with them. I quietly do the mental work in myself to be like, I'm done with that person. I am done with that person. That person no longer serves me, whether it's because they treat you like shit or because they don't honor you, they don't support you, they make fun of you. Maybe they can't accept you. And the thing is like the cutting the, this is going to lead right into the believe in your magic card. But cutting the cords or cutting ties with people and events and places and whatever that's holding you back from pursuing the life you're craving. Y'all are craving something, but you're like, oh, that person's this. And well, what are they going to think? You know what? It's okay to release judgments. And the other thing I'll say to this is that other people, places, and events in our life are a reflection of what we are thinking about ourselves. You guys have probably heard me talk about having an abusive relationship about 5 years ago. And what he taught me in that relationship was me going, oh shit, if he's treating me this way, how am I treating myself? How am I allowing myself to be treated? Right? Pretty much like a worthless piece of shit at that point in my life. Right. And so that unlocked, and we all have an event that like unlocks something for us. Most people just don't know what to do with it. So I highly recommend coaches. I recommend hypnotherapists. I recommend psychotherapy if that serves you. But I definitely recommend inner work, digging into yourself. There's the golden apple outside of us, but you can't even access that if you're not accessing the golden apple within your own soul, within your heart, and expressing yourself on a whole different level. So that leads right into, I was talking about cutting cords. And so in the believe in your own magic oracle, we got the sword card. And literally I thought to myself, the theme of this week, which I have been seeing all week in every astrology report, every show that I've watched, spiritual guidance that I've watched, is cut ties, cut the cords with old people. Now, I tend to do this very imaginatively. I see myself with that person and I watch myself thank them, send them love, send them gratitude, because I have no interest in sending people away with bad juju. That's not how I vibe at all. I really love people and I don't like to see anything happen negatively to people. So I really want what's best for people in this world. Like that's just how I operate as a human. I literally want everyone to be happy as fuck. But I see myself say to to a person that I am severing ties with mentally, right? Like, I see myself in my mind with that person, send them gratitude, send them love, send them grace, all of the things. And then I watch myself tear up a contract, a piece of paper, because whatever is holding us together can be a contracted relationship, especially if it's somebody who keeps resurfacing in your life. So the sword made me think of all of the times that I've worked with Reiki practitioners, including myself, that you get to sever the cords, cut it like a fucking sword, cut the cords to those relationships, to events, people, places, whatever, that which no longer serve you, not bringing you to your highest good. That's how potent this energy is right now. In your potential of moving forward is digging into yourself. This is not outside of you at all, because what's outside of you is going to happen outside of you. Whatever's happening in the world is going to keep happening in the world. And the more you're attuned to that and attentive to that, the less you're attentive to yourself and what's going on within you. So a little jump on my high horse about inner work. I cannot talk about it enough. I think that it has been life-changing for me. It's been game-changing for me, just digging in on myself and acknowledging that I am solely responsible for how I am, how my relationships go, you can heal a relationship without even saying that that person needs to heal too. I've done it. That you just consciously go within yourself and heal yourself. And I do recommend being supported, because some of the healing journey is not easy. Some of it, okay, a lot of healing is not easy. So anyway, happy May 5th, happy Cinco de Mayo if you celebrate that. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, liking, appreciating my videos. I feel like I'm just warming up. I've been just learning so much in the last couple of months of really just diving into learning about astrology and learning about like spiritual wisdom and spiritual guidance. And I just feel like I'm just warming up. So thanks for hanging around. I appreciate you. I'm sending you so much love. Like, this is just some really, it's such a fiery energy right now. It's really like game changing. Digging in and really like knowing that you're here for a purpose and trusting your soul. We talked about faithfulness yesterday, and like being faithful to yourself, being faithful to the divine, that you're here for a unique divine purpose. So take that with you today. I hope that's helpful. I love you. I'm sending you so much love and gratitude and all of the